Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is a dupe video. So basically in this video I'll be comparing really expensive high-end products to super inexpensive drugstore products. So don't get me wrong, I love high-end makeup. I think that you most of the time get what you pay for, but drugstore makeup is awesome too. Like, there's a lot of great things out there. There's a lot of great things out there and there's a lot of crappy things out there, but once you find something great, like, it's amazing because you get it for like half the price. So I found a lot of like really comparable, you know, drugstore products to high-end products. I was going through my collection. I was like, this is like the same product. One is $50 and one is like $10. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you're thinking of purchasing a really expensive high-end product, maybe in this video I'll be mentioning one of the products that you're thinking of buying and you won't have to spend that much money on it. So if you want to see some cheaper options for high-end products, then please keep watching. My favorite all-time foundation is the MAC Studio Fix Foundation. I'm not sure how much this retails for, but I will have everything listed for you in the close-up so you can see how much it is. But I do know it's not cheap. It's a little bit more pricey. MAC is a little bit more of an affordable high-end makeup though, so it's not overkill expensive. But what I like about this foundation is that it's HD, it looks great in pictures. It's got more of a liquidy consistency, so you can really buff it onto your skin with a brush, or of course it looks beautiful with a beauty blender. But it's got that full coverage effect. It doesn't make your pores stand out and make your pores look just like huge pore. I don't even think that's a way to describe it, but it minimizes your pores, in other words. So a product that I found from the drugstore that's basically the same thing is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. And I like this foundation because this is also full coverage. It's going to give you a matte look without being flat. Almost has, it's dewy but matte, so I guess it's right in between, so it's neither. And I just love the finish of this, and this is half the price of this foundation right here. So I highly recommend the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. They come in so many different shades, so if you have like a weird skin tone that you can never find your shade, they literally have hundreds of shades of the L'Oreal True Match, so you can definitely find your perfect match. So in between the two, I do still repurchase my MAC Pro Longwear foundation, but if I'm like out of this, I'll like wait a long time. I'll wait a few months and I'll just use my L'Oreal True Match. I'm not like missing it when I don't have it because I've got my L'Oreal True Match. Next up, I have a blush from Nars. This is in the color Desire, and it's just this really bright pink shade right here. I do love this blush. A lot of people get intimidated by a bright blush like this because it's so bright. Look at how bright it is. But really, when you use just a small amount of it on your cheeks, it really just pinkens them up and it looks like your skin is glowing. It is pretty pricey. It's Nars. So in place, I found a dupe by Sigma. Sigma is not necessarily from the drugstore, but they are cheaper. It isn't a cheaper option than the Nars. So as you can see side by side, the Nars one is slightly brighter, but not by much. When I swatched them next to each other, I really couldn't tell a difference. They have the same formula almost. They're both matte, they have no shimmer to them, and they're really silky smooth. Like, they really just glide onto the cheeks and blend out really nicely. With a Sigma blush, you get a little bit less product, but honestly, how much bright pink blush do you need? You don't need that much. So I really do love the shade and the consistency of both of them. I would probably purchase the Sigma blush over the Nars blush because I actually find myself using the dupe more than the high-end one. Next up, we have another product by Nars, and this is the Nars Orgasm Illuminator. I've heard tons of hype about this product, so I picked it up myself, and I honestly wasn't like crazy impressed with it. I wasn't in love with it like everybody else was. For me, I think it's just too dark for my skin tone. It's more of like a darker, you know, like pink. So I wasn't crazy about it, and it does have a really nice kind of glow to it. I think if you mix it in with your foundation, it would be really pretty to get that glowy look. Just add a little dab of it with your foundation and you'll get that glow. But I'm certainly not going to be repurchasing it just because I'm not crazy about it. One thing that I did find that I love that's kind of the same, it's not exactly the same color, but it has the same undertone, it has the same like almost formula, it feels pretty much the same, is the e.l.f. liquid highlighter. Is this the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip, I guess it's called. I like this one so much more than the Nars highlighter actually. I find that it's a little bit brighter, so if you have a lighter skin tone like I do, it's going to be a little bit more brightening on your upper cheekbone. It's not going to actually, like this shade kind of darkens my upper cheekbone. It's not the most flattering thing on me, but I do love how bright this is. I feel like when I blend them both out, they have the same consistency, like they feel the exact same. This is $1, guys. Let me just say, this is $1, and I really don't think that you can beat it. I know it comes in different shades too, so I think it comes in like a white shade as well, which I really want to try because I love super bright highlighters. But if you're thinking of getting Nars Orgasm, for God's sake, get the e.l.f. facial whip because it's only $1 and you're getting basically the same exact thing. Another product that I love, this one's by Urban Decay, is a highlighter. It is in the color Sin. It kind of feels like it's a cream consistency. It's, like I said, super creamy. I apply it to my upper cheekbones and it just really makes them glow. It's like a more of a soft glow. It's not going to be your standout crazy glow. I really like this and it blends out beautifully. It doesn't have big chunks of sparkles in it or anything like that, so I have been loving this. But a cheaper option that I found is by Colourpop actually. They actually feel the same, like when I close my eyes and I put my finger in the Colourpop and I put my finger in the other highlighter by Urban Decay, I can't tell the difference. They are slightly different just in the fact that the Colourpop shade is a little bit more of a cool tone and Sin is a little bit more on the warm side, so it kind of has more of a golden undertone, and the Colourpop one has more of like a white undertone almost. I prefer the white one just because my skin tone is so light, but obviously Colourpop has so many different shades of highlighters anyways. I'm sure you'll find one that is the exact dupe of Sin. I just was mentioning this because the formula is very similar, and when I swatch them next to each other, you honestly really can't tell the difference in formula. They're both creamy, really pigmented, and a great highlighter. So if you're thinking of purchasing, you know, more of an expensive highlighter, this is a great dupe. Another product I want to mention is the Wet n Wild Gel Liner, and I swear it is the same exact formula as the MAC Black Track Gel Liner. And I say that because I used to use MAC Black Track. I think it's around $18 or something crazy like that. Like, I'll have the price listed for you guys, but I think the Wet n Wild Gel Liner is around $6, and it comes with a brush. It comes with this brush right here actually, which I actually use for lipstick because I can't use this as my eyeliner because it's just too thick for me. But anyways, so yeah, it's so much cheaper. It's basically the same consistency. It's super opaque, and I just think it's the perfect gel liner, and it's super cheap. So I swear, I don't have the MAC Black Track to show you guys in my hand because I only buy this now. I swear it's the same product, just for way cheaper. Next up we have the Nars Pure Matte Lipstick, and this is in the color Pure de Fouet. I think I'm pronouncing that right, I'm not quite sure. But basically it's a really beautiful, super pigmented, kind of like a brick red color. Like a red with a bit of a brown undertone, so it's nothing too bright. It's not like the color of my shirt. It's more of just a subtle red. One thing that I found pretty much matches it, it's just a little tiny bit lighter, is Alabama by NYX. I love NYX, I don't know, is it NYX or NYX? What do you guys call it? Anyways, I love their matte lipstick collection. Like, I have so many of their matte lipsticks. They're long wearing, most of them. I have come across a few that are kind of chalky and weird looking on my lips, but for the majority of it, I have a lot of their lipsticks, the matte ones, and they are creamy, long wearing, and they basically have the same formula as the Nars matte lipsticks. So comparing the two, obviously the NYX one is just a little bit brighter, but really you can't tell a difference, and the formula is basically the same. I find I have the same wear time on each one, and you're saving so much money with the NYX one. The next one I have is another matte lipstick by Nars, and it's just more of your neutral shade. This is in the color Bangkok. It's matte as well. It has basically the same formula as Terre de Fouet, just a little bit brighter. So I found a pretty close dupe. This one is by Wet n Wild. I believe it's like $1, right around there. And I find that the Wet n Wild lipsticks have the same exact formula as the matte lipsticks by Nars. And I say that because they are very long wearing. They are really pigmented and they swatch beautifully, and I have a huge collection of Wet n Wild lipsticks. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know because I have quite the collection. So the only difference between these two is that Bare It All by Wet n Wild right here is just a little bit lighter than Bangkok. And I mean, when it comes to formula, I swear they're the same exact formula. Like, looking at the actual lipsticks, they look the same, they swatch the same, they wear the same, just a little bit of a shade difference. I find that if you're like just starting off with lipsticks and you're looking to kind of branch out in colors and try different things, you want to go with the Wet n Wild lipsticks first because they are $1, they have a huge color selection, and they wear a really long time. So if you're just kind of starting off in lipsticks, they have such a great selection and you should try a lot of them because I haven't found one that I don't like yet. They are awesome. And I think these are the matte lipsticks. They have two different kinds of lipsticks. I think one's more shimmery or glossy and this one's completely matte, so I prefer these ones. You know how I feel about matte. So I have a huge collection. If you want to see a review or a swatch video on those, let me know. Another item that I love in my collection that's more high-end and more expensive is the Beauty Blender. I love the Beauty Blender. It's an amazing makeup applicator. It really just pushes the foundation onto your skin and it looks airbrushed and beautiful, and it's really hard to find a sponge that kind of simulates that. You know, it's hard to find a sponge that really just pounces on the way that the Beauty Blender does and blends out your makeup. But I did come across a dupe that I do love, and I made actually a full dedicated review on it. I'll link it right here if you guys want to see it. But it is the Beauty Junkie sponge, and basically when you get the Beauty Junkie sponge wet, it feels the exact same as the Beauty Blender. I really can't tell a difference, and they do apply makeup a little bit differently, but if you're on a budget, you definitely want to go with the Beauty Junkie sponge. You can get them individually or they come in a 4-pack, and it comes with other shapes too. So if you want to see more about that, click on that link and you can learn a little bit more about that sponge. But I just want to throw that in there because it's an awesome sponge. Nothing trumps the Beauty Blender, of course, but that comes darn close, the Beauty Junkie sponge. So those are just a few dupes that I found in my collection. I have quite a bit more actually. I have a lot of dupes for the MAC lipsticks, and I think I'm going to make a separate video on that, so I'm not going to include that into this video. If you want to see a MAC lip dupe video, please thumbs up this video and I will certainly do that for you guys. But hopefully this helps some of you guys out who are thinking of purchasing a more high-end product. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please subscribe to it. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.